it's worth it to open an eBay store because you can use eBay to help drive traffic to your sites. You guys are all experienced with eBay, so you know with the bigger stores, you get more listings and you get lower insertion fees. But all of us get the same amount for our store description. All of us get 300 store categories. It doesn't matter what store level you have, so be sure to use that. I'm sure you're aware of it that eBay store owners, we pay lower final value fees than the sellers without a store. Anywhere from 4 to 9% depending on the category that we're selling in. Okay? Basic rule of thumb with your final value fees that you want to factor in, you usually end up paying about 13%. Again, it can be lower if you're in like computers or electronics because their fees are much lower. I really find it amazing. I mean, I'm in New York City, and in under an hour, I can be up on eBay with branding, with some of my items listed, reaching millions and millions and millions of customers that eBay's driving to the site to help me to sell my items. If any of you are multi-channel, if you're on any other selling platforms, if you're on Etsy or Bonanza or Amazon, you can use tools, they all cost, to integrate your inventory. And you might even consider that too fourth quarter if you find you get really busy. There's a big variety of price on these, you guys, so investigate them. Stitch Labs, Scubana, Sellbrite, Channel Advisor. Channel Advisor is real expensive. The other ones are less. So check that out if you're a multi-channel seller. I always like to think about what are my goals as a seller. I work very hard, Louise knows this, I'm really big on conversion rate. Maybe I'll come back and I'll do a presentation on that. Because it's not about just getting the item listed, it's really important, but I want to get it sold. And I want to get it sold as quickly as possible. And then I also really want to work hard to get return buyers. And eBay helps you with that. Promotions Manager helps you to get repeat buyers. Putting thank you notes in your packages to help you to get eBay buyers. So whether you're just selling a few things on eBay, some of you might be part-time sellers, or if you sell a lot, and if you're a multi-channel seller, you really want to make sure you're choosing the right store level so that you're not paying any more than you have to. And if you're not familiar with it, eBay Fee Illustrator is really good to crunch your numbers and make sure that you've picked the right store level. Okay? Get your graphics in place. Nice banner, nice logo. Listen, your store description, if you're not aware of it, and that's the part when you click on get you on the landing page where your banner is, there's a part there where it says store description. If you click edit store in the new store, it lands you on that page. Hi, how are you? We got people just joining us. That store description area, that is fed to the search engine. So Google gets that, Yahoo gets it, Bing gets it. You really want to make it pop. A couple of mistakes people make that I see. One, all they say is hi, hey you guys, good to see you. Oh, France, ooh la la. Hi, France. Don't just do strings of keywords, okay? So you don't want to just do, hi, I sell, I'm trying to think of brands, Donna Karan, Anne Klein, Nike, Under Armour, what's another one? I can't think of anything. Adidas. Okay, so you don't want to just do keywords. The other thing you don't want to do is you don't want to just say, hi, welcome to my eBay store. I love selling on eBay. Both ways are making mistakes. The one, it's great to be friendly, but eBay is giving you 1,000 characters to describe yourself to the selling public. So be friendly and professional. Like, hi, I'm Louise. I'm on eBay over 20 years, whatever amount of time it is. And I love selling, and then do your keywords, do your products. So be welcoming. You know, I'm a grandma. I'm a mom. I'm a stay-at-home mom. I'm a professional retailer. I love to play golf. And I pay for my love of the game by selling on eBay. Let us know a little bit about yourself, a little, and then let us know about your products. Okay? Again, you get 1,000 characters. You can also edit it. I always say something a little seasonal. Right now I'm talking about summer. Soon as the fall hits, I'll do a line or two about the fall, welcoming my customers. Soon as we get out of fall, I do a line or two about the holidays. Then I'll do a line or two about, New Year. It's time for New Year, New Us. So don't forget you can get in there and edit. Variety sellers, because I know a lot of us are variety sellers. If your product changes, because people will say to me, oh, well, Kathy, right now I have a lot of mugs, but, 3 months ago I had a lot of bathing suits. Edit your store description. Pull the bathing suits out, put the mugs in. Your mugs sell out. Pull the mugs out, talk about your stainless, okay? But get in there and put the keywords in that are the most relevant to what you're selling. A lot of eBay sellers neglect the descriptions, okay? It's SEO, that's search engine optimization territory. It helps you to get customers. Doesn't matter what store level you are, okay? You can be basic, premium, or anchor. You've got 300 store categories. Most sellers don't use them, okay? I see a lot of people, they'll do all level 1. A level 1 category, for instance, if you're in women's clothes. So, Louise, you sell scarves, don't you? A lot of beautiful scarves?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So, let's say I'm in Louise's store. And I know Louise doesn't do this, so she'll have her level 1 category would be women's scarves. And then that's it. She has no subcategories. And I know Louise sells a lot of scarves. Okay? Somebody else, it could be women's shoes. Let's say I have 100 pairs of women's shoes, and the only category I have is women's shoes. Don't do that, because you're really going to lose sales. So your main category would be women's shoes or women's clothing and shoes. Then your subcategory is sneakers, ballet flats, party shoes or heels, boots. You want to break it into subcategories. Your subcategories could be sizes if you sell a lot of a certain thing. If you sell mugs, flatware, main category housewares, then do your subcategories. It's going to help your customers get through your store. Don't forget with your store categories that you can arrange them alphabetically or manually. What I really recommend is that you organize them alphabetically. And the way you do that is there's an alphabetical tab in Manage My Store. And it's right under the eBay store categories. Okay? So after you alphabetize your store categories, if you want to emphasize a certain category, so let's say you've got a back to school, or let's say you've got a Christmas category. After you alphabetize, click Manual. Then drag that category to the top, and then it's going to emphasize that category. So for instance, if you have a back to school category, now would be a good time to have that up at the top. Some people go straight to Halloween this time of year. They find Halloween selling already. Again, click Manual, drag that to the top. It could be Christmas. Again, don't forget to put your most important category or the one you want emphasized at the top. Again, what it's about is helping your customers find your items. And once they're there, I don't know about you, when I'm in somebody's store, I immediately go over to the categories. Oh, let me see what they have. Oh, she's got shoes. Great, let me go look at her shoes. Oh, she's got scarves. Good, let me go over there and browse the scarves. Your categories help your customers find what you're selling, and that's going to increase your sales. Didn't know if you know this too, besides your store description, your store categories are also SEO food for search engines, and they help your customers to browse and to buy your items. So when you don't do your categories, it's literally as if you take all the items from your store and you're just throwing it on the floor. And then you're saying to your customers, go ahead and try and find something. I've got a question from my scopers. So, good question. They want to know how to add a subcategory. I don't have a tutorial on that. I will do one eventually. What you do is you go into store categories. You set the level 1 or the main category. Then you're going to click on it. And when you click on it, if you look to the right, it says add category, and then you go over to the right and you can add it. But that's a good question. Store categories, again, are an area a lot of sellers don't optimize. I see a lot of people put everything in other, At least once a week I'm in a store where they have 200 things in other. A lot of other people just do level 1 categories and don't bother with subcategories. Subcategories really, really, really help you sell your items. It helps you to set them up right. If you don't know, Louise, I know your gang's all experienced, but in case any of the periscopers are newer, if you set up a store category, it won't appear until you actually put something into the store category. So just know that. Your store categories are a great way to get found on eBay. It's a great way for you to get picked up by Google, Yahoo, and Bing search. If you're trying to pick a store category and you're not sure what to name it, a great way to look for ideas is look at eBay. Take a look at what the selling category is. Is it women's clothing? Is it computers? And use eBay's selling category for your selling category. Didn't know if you know this, but eBay's got whole teams of people. All they do is research this. You can use their research. So for instance, I'm selling a computer. Call the store category computers. I want to use the words that your shoppers are using. Don't make stuff up. Don't call a store category something like cool electronics, because people aren't searching for cool electronics. They're searching for computers. So use the language of your shoppers. If you want more input, if you look at the eBay selling category and you go, it's okay, but I really want to know what else is going on, take a look at the big brick and mortars. Try to find one that's similar to what you're selling. So you could take a look at like a Macy's or a Best Buy and just go to their website, take a look at what their store category is for the item and copy it. I mean, they have these huge teams of people that are getting paid big bucks to find all this stuff out. And I can use their research again for my advantage. Okay? So you're going to choose
Kathy,
your... Yes, Louise.
Kathy, talk just a minute about how you go into the different department stores and what you see when you walk in.
Oh, sure. I talked about that at eBay Radio. That's my pleasure. So, I don't know about you guys, but right now I'm getting banged over the head with back to school. I mean, I just see it everywhere. And I'm not kidding you. I actually walked into a store yesterday and I saw Halloween. And I actually saw Halloween about 3 or 4 weeks ago. But I was in a major houseware store. Thank you so much. I just got a very nice compliment from the Periscope gang. So right now I know they're pushing Halloween already and back to school. I take a look at the colors that I'm seeing when I come in. I'm taking a look at how the setup is so that